Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you my dinosaur beatdown deck. It's basically Dino Rabbit except with extra guybas in the form of Hydrogeddon, and then obviously it's not no tour guides and just playing Tengu instead. So if people played in Dino Rabbit format, you probably already get the gist of the deck. So for one of monsters, we're playing a Rescue Rabbit Thunder King. Rescue Rabbit lets you get to your 3 copies of Sabersaurus. Sabersaurus being the biggest dinosaur vanilla currently. Another relevant interaction with him, I guess, is just you can bring him back with Emerald, but that's basically it. Rabbit, you really never bring him back. You only ever use him once in this deck. For other monsters, we're playing 3 Hydrogeddon and 3 Gaiba. Most of you probably already know what Gaiba does. If it destroys a monster by battle, you special summon another one from the deck. But that monster can't attack this turn. But Hydrogeddon, it's the same as Gaiba, except the monster you summon, it can still attack. It's water, and it's also 100 less attack than Gaiba, which makes it just slightly inferior. It also has to send the monster, it has to destroy the monster by battle and send it to the graveyard. So it might conflict with Cliff Forts maybe, but the deck is already a hard matchup because of sacrifice. Next we're running 3 Tengu, Tengu being just a floating level 4, which is just pretty good for the deck, just lets you have a consistent monster on board. For spells we're running Book of Moon, Red Geki, Snatch, Soul Charge being a win condition late game essentially, but that's basically most decks. We're running 2 MCs, pretty standard. 3 elves, we're running 3 lands. It's the best battle spell for this deck essentially. It lets you just also get around like stupid like battle misses or something for your Thunder King, or just like play the protection game for your Shalagias and the Dolkas. Next we're running 3 Fossil Dig. Basically it's a Rhoda for any of your dinosaur guys, your Gaiba, Hydrogeddon, or Sabersaurus. You add a level 6 or lower dinosaur monster from your deck to your hand, which is essentially better than Rhoda, but there's not that many good dinosaur monsters other than Gaiba and Hydrogeddon. And then the last 3 spells we're playing is Upside Goblin, lets you get your Guibas ASAP, essentially. And then also giving your opponent 1,000 life isn't that relevant. This deck isn't an OTK deck, so it's just the 1,000 life points probably never comes up. Next we're running Trapped cards, Spellmiss, Warning, and Compulse. Basically them being really stable. And also Compulse can probably be taken out if it's for something else you want to play. The trap cards are obviously just like up to your own liking. Next we're running for 2 O's, wiretaps, 2 wiretaps, 2 emptiness, 2 deep prison, and 2 skill breacher skill. We're not playing tree because the deck kind of can't like be stuck under its own vanities, so drawing it more is just not a good thing. Obviously you don't have to play the wiretaps if you don't want to. I think just wiretaps is like pretty good. Lets you just get rid of skill drains, lets you get rid of like solemn warnings, because you can't obviously lance when they're warning you. Deep prisons are just there to protect your Logia for something that's going to beat over it. And then 2 breaker skills are there to just play around window. But usually to get around window, you're just going to lance over it anyway. So it also just lets you get rid of like things like Thunder King if you have like a Fossil Dig in hand. So for the extra deck, it's just pretty pish posh. The main cards you really need are just the Logias and Dolkas. They're just pretty good Exceed monsters if you don't know what Logia does. He's basically Solemn Judgment with 2400 attack and 2000 defense, which is pretty dumb. And then Dolka just negates. He's a Divine Wrath, essentially. Further rank cards, further cards you can play is just Fragment Zero, 101, Lava Chain, Cowboy, Exciton, Emerald, Castle, Takatsuchi. You don't even need to play this. The only way to make it is with 2 Tengu. Another card you can play is instead of this is Lightning Chidori. It requires 2 wins, and the only wins in your deck again also are these Tengus, so it's another card you can play. And then also we're running Dweller. Dweller is just like pretty insane against a lot of meta decks, and it's just a win condition if you have Regeki also. Also having like so most of the time I really make this with Hydrogeddons because it makes it gain 500 attack, which is insane. Just randomly just 500 attack. Also, a cool thing is if you have an Honor Arc and Dweller on board, and you have a Hydrogeddon attached to this, your Honor Arc will be at 2600 attack, so it's just pretty insane. Oh, and then also the last card we're playing is Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon. I saved this for last for a reason, because it's also pretty important. If you don't know what that does, you detach your extreme materials from him to target a face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes half its current attack, and also if the effect results like this, the XYG Dragon gets the lost attack. So you have a monster, and then you essentially leave it open for your Guaibas and Hydrogeddons to attack over it, and then basically you make this and Lagia, or Lag this and Dolka. So I think it's just like, pretty good. So obviously again, this deck track is just like mainly up to you. It's just cards I just put down. You could just play if you want to. So guys, I'll see you next profile. The next profile will probably be Ritual Beast or Necklots. You guys can just let me know whichever you want in the description. It also could be any other deck. I'm really just like open to suggestions now. So see you guys next time, and obviously it's gonna be a deck profile because that's all I fucking do. See you then.